It's fall, finally. So what's your favorite season? Fall is clearly mine. I'm biased, but
I think my favorite season is winter. I mean, it used to be like a fall, but like since the air quality is not that great these days, so I think the winter is my favorite season. How about
just
you?
well, fall. That's why I just was all excited and biased about it. So air quality, so it used to be fall, but just what about the air quality?
I mean, there are a lot of the wildfires everywhere, and then ozone, and I don't know. In general, it's really hard to see, clean air quality,
Yeah,
these days.
but especially in the summer, right?
Right.
For sure. Okay, well, on a clear fall day, let's pretend it's a clear fall day and we'll imagine that. All right.
Okay.
So as you know, we are obviously in Colorado, and that's actually why we did Mile High, because Denver is called the Mile High City, and we are similar, about 1 mile high elevation. So
Mm.
yes, Estes Park is a city that is close to us, and it's even higher up elevation than we are. So this is actually a newsletter that they send out, and I really like their newsletter because I love this place. I think it's a wonderful place to visit, and also because they have just fun little blogs and stuff that they link to. So this one is one that recently came out, as you can see, and it's
Mm.
about fall. Okay. Oops. So we're not going to look through the whole thing. I just added a useless comment. Please ignore that. So 5 reasons why fall is the best time in Estes Park. Right. So before I scroll down, and we're not going to look at all 5, but what do
Okay.
you think is at least one reason that it might be a great time?
I mean, based on the picture that I'm seeing right
That's
now,
cheating, but okay.
probably fall colors or trees.
Yeah. Fall colors, beautiful. But I feel like that was cheating because you looked at, well, I guess that was an educated guess. Any other things that might be good in fall besides fall colors?
Um, Probably a lot of food that people love to
Yeah.
eat, especially in fall.
Yeah, definitely some fall foods. Do you have a particular favorite food in the fall?
Mm. Not really.
That's okay. I was just wondering. You don't have to have a favorite one. I like winter squash. So like different
Oh,
types.
winter. Yeah, actually, I just can read one. I like pumpkin spice latte.
There you go. There you
Wow.
go.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. So, yeah, and actually, fun fact, we call pumpkin spice latte, the time that comes out, we call it PSL, like season.
Oh,
So
PSL
pumpkin
season.
spice latte. So, yep, PSL.
Oh,
Okay.
good to know.
Here, I will add a little comment and I'll send this to you after. So it's called PSL equals pumpkin spice latte. And latte. And you'll see that. So it'll be like PSL season, excited for PSL season, etc. Okay.
Mm.
So anyway, like you said, the changing colors and maybe some food. So let's scroll down. So you're absolutely correct, right? The first one is the aspen leaves. So Colorado has a lot of aspen trees, and these are aspen trees. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. So do you have what are some trees that maybe you had in Korea that changed colors? Do you know?
I think in South Korea, I think we have a lot of Japanese maple trees.
Beautiful.
They change colors, especially in fall, like beautifully to um, a reddish orange color, I guess.
Oh, lovely.
Hmm.
That's nice because the aspen pretty much just go yellow, maybe a little bit orangey. So I bet the red is beautiful.
Okay.
Okay, so again, fall colors, and it says the perfect time of year where you can adventure all day and curl up by the fireplace at night. Okay, so I wanted to show you this part.
One sec, quick question.
Yes, yeah,
So
go
it
ahead.
says curl up by the fireplace at night. Curl
Yes.
up. What does that mean?
So you beat me to what I was gonna highlight.
Oh, really?
So yeah, no, that's good. So adventure, I want to talk about that, and I wanted to talk about this. Okay.
Okay.
So we often think of adventure as like a noun, right? But people are using it oftentimes now as a verb, like, oh, I'm going adventuring. And they'll just say it like that. And technically, maybe not grammatically correct, but it is definitely something you'll be hearing these days.
Oh,
Oh, just going adventuring in the mountains or something like that. Okay.
like, oh, I'm gonna beer you.
What?
That makes sense. It's like, oh, I'm gonna get you a beer or something.
Oh, I don't think people normally say that, but we could start that. That could be a new trend. Yeah. So yeah, exactly. Using a word kind of like that. And then
Okay.
maybe similar, I suppose. Okay. And then curl up by the fireplace. So curl up is kind of like what you'll see a cat do. So at a fireplace, they get close to the fireplace and the fireplace is nice and warm. So they kind of curl their body up like this.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
when a person sleeps, they kind of, they tuck in like this and they get nice and cozy and comfortable. So fall in the evening, it's kind of chilly, right? It's getting a little bit cold.
Mhm.
So it feels nice to curl up by the fireplace. And this
Gotcha.
is actually the reason I wanted to point it out. And I guess that was a good decision since you asked about it anyway. But curl up, we use that oftentimes, again, for when it's kind of cold weather. So just curl up by the fireplace, or we can say curl up, by the fireplace, like with a good book or something like that. So that's it kind of just, it gives that feeling of being nice and cozy.
Nice and cozy.
Right.
Gotcha.
So when it's cold out, you wouldn't really use this when it's hot. It wouldn't feel nice to curl up by the fireplace when it's hot.
Right.
But this is something that we use in fall and winter often to kind of express, it's cold out, but we're nice and comfy and cozy and warm inside, curled up.
I see.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. And then we're going to do one more real fast. And this is just kind of something fun I wanted to share. So what's up with the
Ooh.
elk rut? Yes. Have you seen these before?
Nope, I haven't yet.
I don't believe you. But these are elk. So it's kind of like a deer, but much larger.
Oh,
Okay. So here are females. And then
okay.
here is the male. And we call the male the bull. So the bull elk. And you can tell his antlers are very, very big.
Like antlers mean like horns?
Mhm.
Okay.
Antlers. So antlers are what deer and
Mhm.
elk and moose, that's what we call those antlers.
Okay.
Okay.
Can
So
you spell that for me?
absolutely. It's a little bit different than a horn
Okay.
because antlers are kind of just those branching things off to the side, right?
Oh, the side.
So a horn, often you'll maybe see a rhino or something with a horn and just has the one or something. I guess you could have two horns, but
Okay.
horns are kind of just one pointy thing, right? Whereas antlers are generally these branching.
out.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. And so deer, elk, moose, okay, those are the type of animals that have antlers.
Okay.
And actually, it may be hard to believe because they're so big and it looks like they'd be so hard to grow, but they lose these every year and regrow them every year.
Wow, it's really cool.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So people sometimes they'll see antlers and they'll think that the animal died. Not necessarily. They shed them kind of like a lizard sheds its skin. They'll just
That's
drop off their
crazy.
antlers and grow a new one. Yeah.
Do you have any idea how much those antlers weigh?
I don't know. I've never measured them, but I have held one,
Mhm.
only one side, and it's so heavy I can barely lift it. So these are strong animals. I
Gotcha.
have two of these, and they use them to, fight and everything.
Oh,
Yes. So the sound of a bull elk bugling. Okay, these are not,
bugling.
yeah, these are not common words necessarily, so don't stress too much about them. But the sound that the bull elk, so when something is a bull animal, it's the male. All right. So when the sound of a bull elk bugling is that noise they make.
Oh,
So it's a very high pitched noise. There's actually an instrument called a bugle. And I think maybe some relation there. Maybe almost sounds similar.
okay.
So, yeah, during mating season. So fall is their mating season. They are very exciting to see in the mountains. They're very active and they make some calls. They bugle. They're very fun to watch.
Wow, that sounds
Yeah.
interesting.
Any particular animals that you think of in fall that are fun? Maybe they look different or they're in mating season or any particular animal?
Cannot think of any animal right now, on my top of my head. Nope.
That's fine. You were thinking about food, so I guess that counts, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the elk are very iconic animals in Estes Park and in the Rocky Mountains.
That's really cool. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, you're so welcome. So, and what do you think? If you're going to come to Estes Park, would you be more interested to see the elk or the fall colors?
I definitely like to see, elk bugling,
Yeah.
and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'll follow up. I'll send you a link for elk bugling so that you can kind of hear it and you can, practice for when you're here listening to it.
Okay, sounds like a good plan.
All right, thanks. Talk soon.
Thank you.